I just want to go.
It's your boy.
We can if you want.
Ready. We good.
Okay, I don't need to be in
I'd say
combat, do
let's
I?
go. Just
Okay.
quiet.
Do you want to sit on the arm or in the chair?
Oh, this will be fun.
Can I sit on the chair?
I'm just gonna.
Do you walk around on your?
Your favor has been cashed in and waiting.
The fun begins.
Got a twisted sense of fun.
Oh, don't you know it?
I see.
I like this one.
Very well.
Seems everyone is going to be performing a fashionably late entrance.
Hopefully we're all doing fine.
You'd think that.
Oh, absolutely.
Good
How about you?
afternoon, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello there.
Will Mr. Malice be
Hello.
joining us, or is he too, well, still going over his injury?
He's critical condition right now.
Very well.
If he does end up joining us tonight, it will be under the pretense of artificial intelligent hologram.
Ah, very well.
That would make sense why he's not been answering my calls. I didn't know it was that bad. I'm sorry.
It is all right. Well, it's not, but thank you for your condolences.
If there's anything I can do to be of assistance with the healing process, please let me know.
Thank you. Your name?
Thank you kindly.
Ludric, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Kian.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Keon. And then you are back there, kind of soul.
Evangeline Evans. I am his secretary. Miss Keon, how about you have a seat? It's going to be a
Right.
while.
I'm not used to big seats. I'm always just in a small office. So this is new to me.
Very well.
Enjoy the finer things. Not very often you get to.
Indeed.
As we all have been now acquainted, I think we can start this meeting, unless anyone has anything to bring up before we start. No? Very well. Looks like Joe Bot is, well, not here at the moment as well. Very well. I understand some things have happened the past week. Troubling news. Nemesis.
Yes.
Put out your case.
Multiple, in fact. A council member has been attacked on my streets. However, the reason of this occurring is because he did not have permission to enter my district, nor informed me upon the said agreement between me and Hamsky. And if I am aware, you were not informed either, Hamsky.
I wasn't.
Would you like me to
Therefore-
speak? I'm gonna let you continue. Apologies.
If you want to speak on his behalf, speak now.
Oh, I will. I would just like to let you finish first. I don't want to interrupt in any formal way until you've finished talking.
Therefore, punishment will be given.
Proceed along with your case. We'll discuss that more so afterwards.
Secondly, I have heard word that multiple gang members, specifically Whisperers, during the conflict of Malleus and firing upon him, stated that it was their street. As well as that they wanted him dead. This only occurred because they wanted to go dealing with an agreement between me, Aki, and Hamsky. However, they were uncontrolled. Outright attacking someone on the streets when the agreement was just to deliver and leave. So I'm going to let Hamsky speak up for what he is going to rule for the meat rack. Specifically. Then I will continue from mine.
I think from here on out, Malleus and the Whisperers aren't allowed at the meat rack. And anyone that comes to the meat rack has to talk to me first. At least me. And Nemesis at some point. Nemesis said everything I wrote down. The Whisperers said to Malleus, "We don't like people like you in our streets." And I spoke up and corrected him. And he tried to correct himself by saying in general down there, which I had warned Malleus, and I have also warned Aki that they shouldn't say they are councilmen at the meat rack, because people will throw things at them, people will shoot them, they will take any shot they can get. Both of you decided you would just say it.
What? Oh, thank you!
Also, some big motherfucker was down there. Looked like a fucking mudkip or something. He said, "Keep your people safe." So I am assuming that it was
Thank you.
premeditated. They planned it.
Thank you.
If he looked at me and said that during the little altercation, one of the Whisperers' names was Brendan. I want him, if he's alive.
There are only 2 survivors from that altercation, and I currently have them both. Neither of them are him.
Okay. Sorry, I'm going over my notes because Nemesis covered most of it. I think that is everything. I am denying the Whisperers and Malleus from entering the meat rack. Even if they come down, we are forcing them out.
Meaning the dealing is cancelled. Permanently.
Right then. So what are your demands?
Would you like the
Nemesis?
next events that have occurred and that I can go over demands?
Very well.
I have also been informed of some new arrivals of the waterfront. In fact, there was a spike a day before. There was a planned visit, you could say, of Null. A week before, the spike of cyberpsychosis was high. Then a day after their meeting, it dipped very low.
Interesting.
This is for the waterfront. Secondly, the ZPD and the waterfront has been liquidated completely at this point.
They're making their moves.
And lastly, something I have found out is Zarus has returned.
I've heard of these things. It seems like it might be a copycat. We'll proceed with it later.
That is all for now. For the altercations that have occurred. My demands is the Whisperers are not allowed, period, to enter the waterfront. If they do, they will be apprehended.
No.
Until further notice, this is one of them.
Now, I'm pretty sure
Second,
District Zero does a lot of imports towards District Zero. Is that correct, Anki?
Oh, I'm sorry, could you say again?
I'm pretty sure District Zero does a lot of imports from Waterfront, right? District Zero?
We do. On occasion, yes.
Do you use these
that will continue
gangs to transport, at least?
Oh, no, not at all.
Just
we
making
transport
sure.
goods via the correct means.
Just making sure you're covered. Your bases are covered, so you're not being dried up.
Do keep in mind that these are criminals. Yes, we do try to maintain and control them as best we can, but this was not something that we could ever plan for.
Well, it
We have
seems to
moved
me it
forward,
was
though.
planned, from what
We
Hamsky
have
has told me.
Also,
We
this
have
is not
moved
the first
forward
time
with-
this has happened. They just seem like they're
I mean-
uncontrollable.
Well, you know what? Maybe he should speak for himself. Hex, please. I'm not gonna ask again.
Evening, counselors. I hope you are all well.
If you don't know who this is Tokuo Dar, the leader of the Whisperers.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I suppose I should begin with some explanations in regards to a few things that have happened. These Whisperers that entered within the meat rack, they were fanatics. They were not under my orders. These people are tired and sick of the destruction what Malleus McKay has done to their lives. All of you may have not seen this, because you are busy with other matters. But we have lived it throughout the entire year. As I said, I did not plan this, nor did I order this, as I knew this would be suicide. However, the Whisperers are large. There are many of them within District Zero, and sometimes criminals tend to overextend their reach and take things into their own hands. I did not mean to disrespect your deal, Mr. Hamsky. And I do hope we can do business in the future under a more tighter and secure grip. The year. Something you should all be aware of Malleus McKay, with your permission, that is.
Proceed.
Malleus McKay has been constructing his own little private military of gang members named the Tigers. Previously, in the past, the Whisperers have had control over most districts in a city-based state. They would control different trades and the like, and keep people protected from the dangers of people like Zaris and the like in the past. However, this has changed a lot throughout the year. Tigers, another gang in yellow coats, started to spread quickly and quite frantically throughout all of your districts. He has been seeding a criminal empire under your very noses. Now, you'll be asking for proof, and I didn't come completely empty-handed. Personally, I could give my own accounts of seeing Malleus McKay in the very flesh discussing with tigers, but I doubt you'd believe me. What I can offer you and give you is one of his creations from Malleus Industries. In the past, we have encountered these Prometheans, as they are designated. In my possession is one of those pistols that was in the very district of District Zero, attacking the poor, innocent people that live there. I also have the body of this, which has been brought to you all today, so you may examine it and look over it extensively. But I do suggest that you do not let Malleus and his people get their fingers on it first. I would prefer there be no alterations made to the bot.
Unless we do
The
it
issue
right
with
here.
The issue with it that I see is we all have somewhat of our own private military. What we do within our own districts, well, is for our own businesses and sake. The only people I've seen within my own district, funny enough, were just the Whisperers. I believe, I don't know if he's still in control or that Old Deli is still around, but he did send a bunch of Whisperers into my place, trying to buy me off from letting them do their business there. I have yet to see any tigers, though.
If I may. I've personally seen and witnessed those in green, and not only those in green, but the civilians of District 0 held underfoot by a group called the Tigers. They wear yellow, same as what Toku has explained. The only problem is there is no evidence to link them to Malleus McKay, aside from personal accounts, of which I cannot corroborate those. However, this is more than enough reason to launch an official investigation, I do believe. Those are hefty accusations, and it's our jurisdiction.
Aki, I know you said you've been trying to most likely work with these individuals here, correct?
Specifically the Whisperers, yes, sir. The fact
Did
that
they
I bring
represent-
Toku here today, I hope, is a sign of that.
Did they represent District 0?
Do
They
we
are our
represent
people.
or resent? Did you say?
Represent.
They are our people, and they do live within our district, and we do conduct business with them where we can.
Are they directly under your father's employ?
They were for a time, but when Mr.
They are
O'Delly
no
went
longer.
missing,
And that means that the code has not been broken. So I don't see any investigations needed. This is between them and the Whisperers.
Hey, Papa,
Hmm.
can I say something?
Go for it.
Hey, Nemesis. I hope you're still sharp, because that guy in the hologram still hasn't give you proof that he wasn't the one who gave the order.
I am aware.
I hope you're not just taking his word for it. That'd be kind of funny.
Regardless, if the Prometheans is of Malleus's make, they are his property. If founded in District 0, that'll be something that we work with Will, Aki, and Malleus, perhaps.
Rightfully so. And again, if you wish to do this checkup, we do have the one who proceeded to look over the manufacture of everything here. And we can do it live, in front of everybody. A whole studio audience, if you will. Wouldn't be that hard to do. And you have our word.
Anything else, Aki?
I would like to assure you that Mr. Odar was not working against Mr. Malleus McKay, or to unbreak the deal that we made.
If they are not tied to you, then this isn't an issue between me or you.
May I speak
I
on Malleus's behalf soon?
am aware.
Go for it.
Oh, wonderful. Hello, everybody. My name is Keone. I am the Chief Relations Officer of Malleus McKay. It's very nice to meet you. Now, I do want to state a couple of things. First and foremost, to Hamsky. I do apologize for how everything went down. There was no way we could have foreseen what would have happened. And I thank you, personally,
What?
for protecting my boss as best as you can. When I speak on this floor, I expect silence. If I have a question for you, I will ask of it. For now, wait until the end. I thank you for taking care of my boss and for making sure he was safe. However, I do understand that my boss Mr. McKay, received a, how many bullet wounds was it, Evangeline?
Big number. 28.
28 critical wounds. And yes, your security was there, but from the footage that I saw, well, there wasn't enough. No one was surrounding a council member to make sure that he was safe. Everyone was sparse and scattered about. And they continued to shoot at him. So I apologize for this entity that was there, serving as his main security, to try and fight back. They are their own person, after all, wanting to make sure that someone, as Mr. McKay, is safe. And I apologize about how it got a little bit out of control on their part. But what was my boss supposed to do? What was his security supposed to do? May I remind you that there wasn't just tiny little whispers running about. No, there was a giant motherfucker there. I think we all need to remember that, and the only time we've ever seen a giant motherfucker to that extent is within the Whispers. Am I incorrect on that assumption?
If I may.
Of course.
You would be incorrect in that assumption. Tigers, now here's a bit of something you'll need to look into as well. Tigers have been creating these serums for as long as I can remember, which in turn create, as you say, these large motherfuckers. They have started a drug war since about a year ago, to which we have tried to combat in our own regards. But these serums have been constantly brought up and challenged and transported throughout District 0 and most likely throughout your other districts.
Have you seen it within your district, Sachi?
No.
What he's saying is true.
Understood.
There are formal reports in the ZCPD of District 0 regarding them.
Understood. I can admit when I am incorrect, and I will apologize on that behalf. However, I do want to point out a certain little thing. Aki, was it?
Yes.
Where's your father?
At home, at the tower, he has.
Not a single call, not a single note, not a single page, if you will. Is that correct, Evangeline? Not a single word from him?
Nothing.
Not a apology, not a talk, not a whole let's discuss this over tea. I mean, after all, this was the Whisperers, or the Whisperers, may I add, quotations, that sent their regards, and word spread like wildfire. And let us not forget that it is under Toku's rule, which still leaves me a little baffled considering he is here today. It almost feels like a joke at some points. A whole big old satire. However, if I may, Malleus wanted me to bring this up. But your father has done nothing to help in any form of regard for the past how many months, Sochi?
About a year.
A whole year?
Possibly
Malleus
more.
wants me to... Malleus wants me to inform that I think it's about time that we have him step down. And since his son is doing a far better job than he ever has, I think it's about time that he has taken a seat. Technically, he already has, but in a more formal sense. There's no point in him being a representative of his father when he's doing far more than his father has ever done in the past year.
While you say this, the relation with the Whisperers is not under his father, but Aki himself. If there's a mistake with the Whisperers, it's not with his father, it's with the decisions he has made.
He can speak for himself.
No offense,
I
but
was
speaking
unaware.
to you all is something you have to learn, and he has not, obviously.
Then let him do so.
I want to hear it
Go
from
ahead,
him.
Aki. Is this true?
My father did do dealings with Mr. O'Daly in the past, and then after a couple months he went missing and dealings stopped. I picked up the dealings again because I wanted us to reestablish maintaining control of crime within our district. So yes, it is, I guess, my responsibility, and not my father's. My
It's also the
father has
responsibility of the
recently.
police department.
My father has recently, I guess, picked up the pieces after me, but I did cause, I guess, things to start moving with the Whisperers again.
The good or negative way?
There is never a negative way.
I guess you're right. Well, either way, I have yet to see any form of action from your father, despite anything. And Malleus is very adamant on progress. He's very adamant and a firm believer of putting forward your work and showing it. However, that is not what your father has done. And so lack of it makes him question his seat and think it would be a better suit for somebody else. And since you're already taking the reins, it might as well be you. But that is a conversation for when he is well. I do have a demand from Mr. McKay. Since there is no proof. Oh. The board is listening, and Mr. McKay has asked a question. The question being, why are you here, Toku? Why are you here in hologram form and not really here? And what proof do you have that you haven't performed this assassination? What makes us believe that your word of mouth is of any proof at all? For all we know, it could be a whole bunch of gibberish. Taking the piss out of it, practically. Now, if you really did just send your regards were received. After all, Mr. McKay is in critical condition and can barely even move. If you have anything you'd wish to say to Mr. McKay, if you want an audience with him, you could merely just ask. And matter of fact, you can right now. He is listening after all. So go ahead. You have the floor.
Very well. The reasoning for me being with you all today and taking up your very, very precious time was to show you this disease of tigers, where you may have not seen it, or
That was not the
that,
question, sir. The question
I believe
was
I
why
am
are you here as a hologram?
I believe there's a regards into my safety that would be in danger.
We're all
Forgive
here.
me all. Forgive me all.
Even
but
Aki himself is here.
Well, there's a bit of a difference between me and Aki, isn't there? He is a council member. I am but a lowly gang member.
We would have given you sanction.
Forgive
May
me,
I?
but I'm not willing to take a word of a council who has not decided to take care of its own people for years!
Oh.
So why would they have to
If
take your
you
word?
come here now, you will be
Please
safe.
all talk at once, please.
I will assure it that you will be safe here. However, if you do not, there will be consequences.
If I may.
Go.
Mr. Otoku is safe within District Zero's tower. It was not his idea. It was our own. It was to keep him safe, yes. We didn't want things to be tense. He is only under the orders of...
Contradictions are funny.
Hey, Aki. If you want to sound convincing, you don't show up as a hologram. That's only what a coward does.
Well, shall we continue, Sachi?
Apologies.
Anything else? You're fine.
I have one more demand of Mr. Malleus McKay. If you wish to speak with him, you may do so under a one-on-one meeting. However, he does believe that you should be behind bars, but he will give you this moment to discuss things. You obviously have something you wish to say to him, but he wants you to do it properly. One-on-one, only you. Nobody there in disguise or in the shadows.
Forgive me if I
No one
take your
listening
word
in your ear as well.
a grain of salt, but I've heard that all before. Nor can I truly ensure my safety in that regard, so I must be cautious. How about Malleus meets me, and I will offer the same conditions in a location I decide.
I'm sorry, but didn't you state yourself as a lowly, not even a council, a lowly gang member just a moment ago?
I can
That's
also
the
be a
worst
gracious
assassination
host
attempt that I've
and a
ever heard.
gentleman.
I'm like a
To reprieve. If Malleus is listening.
The board
If
demands
he is
justice.
to-
I demand justice.
If justice is what you want. Nemesis. Can you bring those at your front?
Henry, here, now.
Ooh la la.
It was chasing them until now.
Where the fuck are we now?
Yes. stands before you are two whisperers. Malleus demands justice. His board demands justice. Show what you'll be able to provide.
With all due
They're
respect, this
innocent.
isn't justice.
What?
If I'm
Silence.
going to go ahead and
Excuse
speak on what I've been trying to speak on in the last 30 minutes,
There's no
which is
order
something
in
that I
here.
feel obligated to remind the rest of you, which is that the ZMF is currently breathing down your necks, and carrying out things like this in such an archaic way is every reason for why they're here.
You need order.
The police
No,
exist
no.
for a reason. We are the ones that
thought it'd be
enact
better.
No, no.
justice.
Strike
fairly.
two.
No, no.
Let us do a formal investigation.
Lono.
I agree with Lono.
It is our job. It is why we exist.
Fine. Athena. Gildir.
Might I add, these are two innocent whispers. I have the ones who are a part of the instance in captivity currently.
Regardless, they're still criminals, am I correct?
That you are.
They are
Everyone is a criminal here.
A message does need to be made.
I don't think it'll be made with just two unnamed men.
No, but I know how he might like this. Aki. We always have to do things that we don't like doing. If anything, they'll be taken towards the Guardian District. But if Malleus would like to
Received.
watch,
Do you wish to say that out loud to everybody, Mr. McKay? I think it is better from your mouth.
Here it is.
I will put
Put that little hologram going.
There you go. Mr. McKay, are you there?
They're probably removing the breathing apparatus. Give it a bit.
On that, he walked out of the meat rack of his own volition on his own 2 feet, no assistance. So what critical condition is he really in? Do you think you can provide
Actually,
medical records?
I can. We can. And as far as I
is
remember,
this?
I do remember Evangeline being there in a hologram form to make sure he was fine. And he did indeed need assistance from a co-worker of his named Dame. She had to hold on to him to make sure he didn't collapse.
We do have the medical records, but that's not to be seen by anybody, obviously. Personal information. You should know your tricks. officer, so stay in your lane.
No. Come over here.
I won't leave them to the wolves. Sorry.
Also, if you kill these ones, that is not helping anyone. That's causing more chaos.
No one is going to die.
No one.
Push it again.
There we go.
Hello,
You're
Melly.
on speaker, Mr.
You can be
McKay.
heard.
Hello, everyone. Forgive my absence. You see, I'm quite incapable of too much travel these days. Assaulted in this very city, in the Water District. Keown apologized for my stead. I believe I regret not informing both of you of my arrival that day. And for the chaos I caused. You'll be alright. You have my apologies. Heartfelt to the bone. As for these nameless, faceless citizens who have done nothing wrong, they are to be set free. I do not wish to harm these ones. They have families, after all. They have jobs. They have a life. We shouldn't seek to punish them without any concrete proof, after all. However, I do want the one responsible. I want Toku. Your father harbors him, yes. Aki. Why? Why does he harbor an assassin?
Again, that is a bold statement to make. I don't think Toku Odar is an assassin or attempted to have you assassinated, sir. These
Why is
were
that, my
extremists. Because I have done
Where's the
dealings with
proof?
Mr.
Where's your proof?
If you will not take
You
his word,
silence.
then at least take mine. We had dealings with other districts and intended to do good. We intended to feed the meat rack with fresh food, even. He wouldn't risk that. He wouldn't risk his family. It just doesn't make sense or add up.
So we are to believe this rogue faction of Whisperers is hunting down all of us in the council. My brothers, my sisters, we are in danger. In our very home. We must do something. We must act. They sent his regards. So this is our pathway. Kenzo and Toku. And the fact that both of them aren't here at the moment is proof enough for me. Physically here.
Again, his
I
father
call
had
for
no
action.
involvement.
Council of Zafira. I am officially putting up a wanted for Toku Odar. And if Kenzo continues to harbor him, I will march straight to the tower, Aki, and kill your father.
That goes against the code. You know this.
At least we do have deals with the Whisperers still. They keep
Are
our
they or are they
cities-
not on your payroll?
It is
Sachi,
complicated. At the
they
moment.
endanger all of us.
If you attack him, it becomes open season for everyone, and it'll just be what the ZMF wants.
If I may. The population crisis of Guardian District has been relieved for the most part, and I am willing to open up prisoner transports from District 0 to Guardian District. For this justice that you would like, I could also take Kenzo and Toko into custody of Guardian District, alongside the other that you are willing to send.
Did you say Kenzo, my father? In what?
Kenzo, he's still. Aki is a representation of Kenzo. He is still a council member in his own right. Yes, he hasn't been done anything, but he has done enough to make sure that he's still able to stabilize things within his own district, albeit that has been chaotic for the past year or so.
Father, if I may. They did say by their own admission that he is in their tower. Would this not imply that they are in control, and thus it would have already broken the code? They have
Not
not made a clear
necessarily.
statement on whether or not that they are actually in control of the Whisperers or not. They keep going back and forth on it, Father.
The bottom line is these dealings with the Whisperers are personal. Aki was seeking to do something good for the people of this city, and that is what had at least attempted to occur. It is not proven that Toku is the reason that Mr. Malleus was attacked. It is easy to assume these things as he is the leader, but then it is just as easy to assume that maybe Aki was the one who put Toku up to it in the first place. We have no facts, we have no proofs, we have assumptions. And if his father needs to prove his place and do his job, then let us do that. If an investigation
No one
on the
was
Whisperers
assuming
needs to be
anything
taken...
of Aki.
Exactly, that's the problem. You want Aki to take power and show responsibility, yet you are not holding him to the responsibility that he has brought upon himself. It is not what his father and the Whisperers have done, it is Aki's dealings. He is young, he makes mistakes, and what's to say, again, that it was even Toku's idea? Maybe everything they've said is true. But we won't know that until we look into it. And as the Whisperers are within District 0, we have no problem investigating that, with the aid of others if need be.
Would that be
We have
okay
nothing
with
to
you?
hide.
Mr.
Malleus,
McKay.
Toku, my boy, you said you brought proof that I'm behind the tigers. You accuse me while also sending assassins. Please, I want to see your proof. I think we all do.
The physical proof he was mentioning before is not the connection to you and the Tigers, but the connection to that you had been in District 0 previous, causing problems.
That is not what Toku had said.
As I had previous talk with him before, that is the reason I brought the evidence.
See, he accuses me of far greater crimes.
And he has no proof of that but his word and what he has seen, in which I warned him would hold no grounds here.
But yet he says that he has one of our properties. You're
That he
running in a
does.
circle, dear. I do wish to see it.
Aki, you need to speak more. You were sitting in the chair.
and he is a representative.
Hear your voice.
She speaks
I
as...
do agree that
she's-
she is talking.
Yes, she's speaking for his behalf a little too much.
That does
I
allow
agree.
Akia permits it, but we need to come with a consensus because at this point we're going to be talking in circles. Aki, this decision is yours because you represent your father. Perform an investigation into the Whisperers. I feel like Toku should be in custody. Not Malleus's. Like Mr. Gilder suggested. And Malleus to work alongside you with this investigation. Or his company.
If I can speak boldly, I guess, for a second. If we remove Toku from power, then who is going to control the rest of the Whisperers? There is a reason he is in control, and there's a reason that crime sometimes
Aki.
is rampant.
I thought you had said that you were practically also in charge of the Whisperers to an extent. Wouldn't that mean that you would be the next best thing? And to be fair, if there are fanatics of Whisperers running amok using your name, I would see this as a very big crisis on your hands, because that just means more of this situation will just pop up. So, if anything, you should be more than willing to do this. So why do you fight against it?
Because they are still... They are people in Saphira.
Yes.
And the more we kill people and throw them in prison and find the easy option to remove people, the quicker things like this happen. It's why crime is more rampant, because nobody trusts the council. They do not trust us.
Well, that is why we do this quickly. If Toku is to be into custody, then that gives you a more willing start to push this investigation. Don't you agree?
Toku is a figure in District Zero. If we do that, that would probably cause riots amongst the Whisperers.
Well, then it'll
Not
give you
if
more of an
Toku
ample reason to
willingly
find the
goes in.
fanatics.
If I can give you some advice, Aki, these two have already been permitted to live. Let them tell the tale.
Citizens,
Would
your leader Toku says that I have scorned you. Is that true? Am I that much of an enemy to this gang of yours?
At this point, I don't even know anymore. The only thing we've ever dealt with are the Tigers. It's just been fighting. I don't have not much reason. Only to live, survive. You don't join a gang because you want to fucking fight some grand enemy. You want to join a gang because you need somewhere to live. Food on your plate.
And honestly, right now, Saphira is not really doing a good job of that.
I feel you. I am deeply sorry, both of you. This council has failed you. But we hope to rectify that. We seek harmony. However, some sicknesses must be purged. Again, Toku, you said you brought a Promethean. You accuse me of conspiring with the tigers.
I have the Promethean, yes, and you're more than welcome to look over it. Well, all of them except you, just for continuity's sake and keeping things unbiased and fair. I'd be more comfortable with Councilman Nemesis or Galdir or even Councilman Saji having a look at your toy. And yes, I'm not afraid to admit it and speak up. I do see you connected with the Tigers. I have seen you personally. We spoke briefly, actually. Long time ago.
I remember. It wasn't that long ago, was it?
It's nearly been a year. The day I lost my eye.
I do not mind the other scene. The Promethean.
If you wish to
Then
that in.
Well, I can't bring it in. I'm not there.
You stupid.
Doku,
Excuse me.
if a transport is to come and get you immediately, with the Council's protection, will you appear here with it?
With all due respect, we do have two innocent whispers sitting at the end of our table. Due to you.
Innocent
I feel
is a
like
strong word.
Innocent in this situation.
innocent and yes.
I would like to hear Toku's response.
Mr. Ardar.
So you wish me to arrive here physically so you may arrest me? Am I understanding correctly? Well, from how the conversation is going, it seems that I will be arrested either way, whether this ends, no matter what.
If this proof is shown, and it is correct,
What proof exactly?
of their
are you
said
seeking?
weapon,
Do anything for us.
then afterwards, yes. Like I don't know what'll happen.
Are
Do
there
you not
any
want to correct?
your weapons as well?
Hmm.
Are the mage hunters not your weapons as well?
Yes. Yes, I know.
Yes.
So there isn't much to really prove, I don't think. With all due respect, Toku, I don't think showing them the Promethean will change much.
Now then. Obviously, still, Malleus's board still wants justice in its own way. But, Malleus, if you're still here, what is it that you want? I know Toku, but obviously, that is a more difficult approach of things.
you have come here seeking redemption in this matter, without proof that you are not part of this assassination attempt, and also without this Promethean. I'm sorry, my fellows, but I have my own proof now. The invitation is open, Toku. Malleus Industries headquarters. Our doors are open, as is mine. And the rest of you, I recommend keeping eyes behind your backs. We are all in danger these days. This is our time to embrace each other. We are a family. And family needs to look after each other. That'll be all, Kion. Thank you.
You're welcome. Rest well.
Nemesis, you could take those that you brought in and set them out.
Waiting room. Take them.
Ciao, ciao. Father? I do believe it would be fair for Hamsky to say a few more words, considering it was his place that was under attack and all that scrabble.
If Hamsky has any more words to say before I start talking.
Malleus was told not to come to the meat rack. If I, a simple dumbass, knows not to go down there because people will be riled up and cause an issue and put people's lives in danger, then maybe Malleus understands that. And I'm also a criminal, and this entire room seems like it's full of hypocrites.
No one's saying we're not.
He is right.
Now, as it stands, this is also obviously a problem. We have these fanatic whisperers going around attacking council members, as Malleus said, and it's happened. You have ZMF liquidating police stations and waterfront. Sooner or later, it might even go to industrial or whatever the case is. I employ that Aki run an investigation. Figure out what's going on with these fanatic whisperers. Toko, next time we have a meeting, we will grant you sanction. You will not be arrested. You will not be harmed.
I graciously accept. Thank you. I do have some lasting comments I'd like to add, but I'll let you finish.
Obviously, Malleus McKay's people should work with Aki. Obviously, because he was hurt to the critical injuries that he has.
With our
I'd
help,
like to
you'll get this
inform
done
you,
quite fast.
Councilman, there seems to be a lot of confusion as to what Aki's position actually is. Aki will not
Peter?
be performing any investigation. This is much bigger than him and will go to the proper councilman as it is of dire importance. Leaving it to
Then
a
will
child
you
So now
bring
he
it-
decides to do something.
Hold on.
If you would
Then
like for him
would
to.
you... May you bring this up to Kenzo?
Of course. I'm aware some of you believe I am just a bodyguard, which is the case, or to some extent, but I am also his right hand.
We know.
I am here to chauffeur. You may, but others do not. I'm here to chauffeur this one so he may learn. To put things on him like this is not something that will bode well. As much as he liked to push the blame to his father, it was not his father, it was him, and he understands that. To baby him only puts thoughts of grooming in one's head from an outside perspective. So if you would like for his father to prove his worth and do his job, then he will. We will conduct this investigation on the Whispers with the help of Malleus, whatever it may be, his personal company or otherwise. And we will do what we can.
Thank you. Is this well for the party of Malleus?
This is acceptable. Agreed. Agreed. Agreed.
He gets...
All due respect, if I may.
birds. Yes.
I don't believe that this is fair terms. If this is supposed to be an impartial investigation into what happened in regards to the market districts attacked, I guess Malleus's attack, there has to be an impartial third party that oversees the investigation. It can't be somebody from Aki's side, and it can't be somebody from Malleus's side. It has to
Then
be
go
somebody
there.
from outside.
Then you'll do it.
Do you agree upon
That's for
this?
Galdir to decide.
I do agree, yes. Consider it a quality assurance.
I do want to remind people that my father does take meetings. He recently had one with Officer Lono and Toku, so...
Very well then. Will it be a TV screen or a radio this time?
Probably a hologram. Never leaves this room.
Very well. I would like to apologize to Galdir. If you had anything to bring up, you might as well do so now.
I will make mine quick. So people have started this update. I began accepting test applicants within the new bounty network. So far, the vetting has been successful. Ion here has accepted the proposal to be the face of the new vigilante program.
Welcome
Wonderful.
aboard.
Congratulations.
No. This one, continue, I will give to Ludwig. I have discussed the situations of fanatics from the Whisperers and such. However, the same day that Mr. McKay sadly was attacked, we encountered, as I arrived shortly after, missionaries from Zorus.
Like I said, copycats possibly.
They attacked Ludwig here.
If it happened in the waterfront shall look into it.
It happened outside your onsen.
Oh.
Then
That's in Japan.
exactly.
We can't do anything about that. That is out of our jurisdiction.
But it happened outside of an establishment. Not saying you have to do anything necessarily, but aware of where it occurred.
We'll look into it in the area.
I'll inform the Kitsune sisters about it.
Good.
I only have one last thing. Just basic. as the time of year that everyone hates at this seating.
Thank you.
What is this?
The taxations of this year. I want you to write them down on the pads I have given you.
Oh my god.
And send them back to me.
Here you go.
Thank you.
It is my job.
Alright, thanks, Nemesis.
Thank you for
You can
doing
mail
your
it
job.
next time.
No. I have more enjoyment out of it.
Right. Before we adjourn this meeting, does anyone have anything else to bring up of the seats of the council?
I have one worry. There seems to be recently 2 accounts of councilmen entering in one way or another person's district, and things happening. If this becomes a consistent thing, I feel like the punishments for it should be more apparent.
If there's a ban towards it, right? Garden District, I always allow those who are coming in as long as they keep their manners in check. I should just say it's for the same of you. But, like I said, if Waterfront doesn't want Malleus, or, well, they can't really stop a whole group, obviously.
Yes, we can.
Which is understandable. It goes for both ends. Mr. Malleus was attacked, and 2 innocent, in this case, Whisperers, were attacked. These things cannot keep happening, regardless of it's an eye for an eye. If that's the case, then this shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. But I assume that other districts that are not Malleus's own, taking in part of what they did, was not on his behalf.
I feel like the reason why it became such a big deal, because yes, I've been into many other districts and I've been attacked in other districts as well. But the reason why it's such a big deal is, well, Hamsky Bowley claiming that it's the safest place in the waterfront.
It was.
And as well, let me finish. And as well as these fanatic whisperers attacking, also making it, well, look like it was a premeditated attack. So, if any of us are going into a district, please either inform another council member, or at least have security, because I myself am not obligated to protect you within my own district.
I also believe that should extend to any personal dealings, whether it be personal by yourself or ones you send, as both cases seem to be sent rather than personal.
Exactly. Anything else?
I have one, if I may.
Go ahead, Lena.
As an officer of the law, I feel it's my responsibility and my duty to uphold said law. From what I've seen of the ZMF, they're going after corruption. And I'm obligated to warn you that if you go about this whole investigation in any other way but lawfully, then the ZMF will have every reason to not hold back against any of you. It is in your best interest to do this the right way. Not just for yourselves, but for the people that try to exist beneath you. Please consider that.
We're aware of this, Lona.
That's all I have to say.
Anything else? Nemesis, Galdea, Toku.
Just two things. We'll not need to go into discussion with it, at least on one of the topics, because I'm sure all of you want to get home. But one. It seems our dealings with the meat rack became somewhat public knowledge. A lot of people have seemed to be aware of this fact. On top of this, Malleus McKay just so happenly decides to visit a place that we have so recently made affiliations with, without informing not only the council member, but the owner of the meat rack. Now, this is just a penny for your thought, but perhaps Malleus wanted to cause a little bit of political chaos for all of us, just to have a little bit of fun. But
As far
like I
as I
said,
know, we were unaware of your dealings with Hamsky until this very meeting, so
Ma'am, all due respect.
I do not.
You asked for silence when you spoke. Please allow him to talk.
Apologies.
thank you. But like I said, penny for your thought. And lastly, what I wish to speak about is this Promethean body. I suggest that we Whisperers can transport the body into your possession, Mr. Sachi, and you may check over it and look over the things to see if there's a correlation between it actually being Malleus Industries property.
Will Malleus and company agree to this?
Yes, we will.
Very well.
Then that is all I have to say. We can hash out the details later.
Exactly. Right. If anything else, please rise and this meeting will be adjourned.
Mr. Hamsky,
I will
think you should
request that
reconsider.
all council members let me know when you enter. For the next week,
I will put forward a
I
message.
need this. I am sick and tired of people entering and treating the place as their own.
I try to be respectful.
I will be more strict.
I would expect the same from you, Nemesis.
As I was saying, I think you should reconsider the offer, Mr. Hamsky.
Right. This meeting is adjourned. You may mingle and talk amongst yourselves. But anything...
Before you disconnect. Oh no, continue, please. Finish up.
No violence should be among here. There'll be severe punishment if there is. Thank you. Meeting adjourned.
If you have a moment, Mr. to speak. If you're
Miss
willing to
Keon,
speak.
I have some
Sorry for speaking up, Sachi.
thoughts for you.
My bad.
You're fine.
I apologize.
Sure. Oh,
I know.
I just want to go
It's
back to
busy.
my office.
Go.
I'm just an HR representative.
It was very entertaining today, wasn't it?
I mean, you did pretty good.
Just remember, all dealings need to be ran for me now. With you.
I know.
Hamsky. There's a disc on the floor.
Make sure the
Carry
guests
that if you're talking to
are
them.
well fed.
Gary,
Enjoying themselves.
Bring me somewhere.
What a damn shame. Also, Nemesis, I need to talk to you.
Join them.
After.
I'm free.
That was my deal.
Should we
all along.
speak somewhere over by this side?
You won't be talking to them after this anyway, so.
Okay. May I talk to you?
Apparently not.
I'm afraid he's currently going to reside within the tower for a while. Go over what's been done and so on in 5 seconds.
I thought never anyone would ask.
The meeting might be...
You probably already know this, and I don't need to point it out to you, but we're clearly both being played in this. We had a deal. and people talked about it. When people saw whispers about, word spreads quickly, and Malleus is quick to get word under his belt. I'm
aware.
It seems all too consequential, or like a coincidence, is what I'm saying.
I know. How? I do not think that the people will accept any whisperers at the meat rack regardless. They are clearly manipulating us in some way. Even Malleus knew not to come down there, and he still fucking did.
Well, there you go. You more or less answered the question yourself. How about this? We don't arrive at your place, we don't step in your fucking territory, but we can deliver the food nonetheless and do the deal, and that'll be it.
No. Not happening.
What about your food situation then? How do you intend to?
We have always made our own deals. We've acquired everything ourselves. This was me being foolish. Trying to work with another group.
Damn, I wish I was damn cute like that.
I don't want them to tear everyone apart and start a war, though. Which seems like they're trying to do.
Percy. Yo, what's up?
Apparently,
If you want to prove yourself, you're gonna have to find some way to do that.
Which cute boy?
I seem reasonable, do I not? If I don't bring any of my other whisperers, and I myself go, is that acceptable enough? With your permission, obviously, and afford notice, of course. Miss Jasmine was able to trust me. I'd like to hope that you'd be able to trust me too, as someone who's lived on these streets.
Well, there will be punishment.
Yes.
And I don't know if you knew this, but Jasmine would have been proud for what happened that day. She wasn't too fond of Malleus either.
I shot whisperers.
I work for Sachi.
We get shot a lot.
Her mouth shut.
I can't go back on my decision. Maybe sometime in the future, once you've proven yourself, we can do another deal, but this one's fucked.
Oh, wait, the guy in the white hair? Oh, him.
Understandable. Like I said, I don't mean to bring the whole army down, just myself. If you ever change your mind on that, or if you want to discuss more, we can.
He's in a corner now. I can go talk to him. Come on.
I'll stay in
There will
contact,
always be a
but I don't
forward
know who's
notice.
manipulating me at this point.
Well, ain't that the lovely game of it, Mr. Sachi?
It's a horrible game.
Fine.
It's a horrible game. But that's the game we play.
Nice to meet you.
So,
Yes, someone wanted to meet you, but she's run off now. Apologies.
Hello, Athena.
Not have heard her.
Hey, sorry, I just don't know where to go.
You're District Zero.
Oh, if you give me, I gotta talk to Mr. Toku real quick.
Or security. Not very high ranking. But I guess
are we done talking?
Yeah, we're fine. We'll
For
go.
now.
I was gonna pat your shoulder, but I can't really do that with the hologram. It's weird.
May I see it?
I know. Alright, maybe in the future, once you somehow prove yourself to me, I don't know how you were gonna do that.
Don't know how I'm gonna do that if I can't even get there. Just saying.
Well, that's up to the fucking people because they're fucking pissed too.
Yeah, they would be. I understand that. Good luck, Hamsky.
Me too.
I believe you.
I feel so trusted.
There's-
Thank you.
There's certain things that
I mean, I'm
have
here.
to be in place before revealing certain things.
Yep, I'm around. I'm not.
This has been the only opportunity I've been able to get into everyone's ear, so I didn't think I was gonna get another chance.
I don't know if you're just
You
manipulating.
can always reach out.
Well, usually when I've reached out before to people that are council members, it doesn't work out very well.
Well, the last group of Whisperers, well, you know, they didn't have the right
I was not
charm.
around.
I was not around at that time, by the way. Just so you know. That was my big fat boss.
I know how it is.
So, I apologize.
So that's why I'm letting you know.
No, I
As long as
remember.
we work on it. But for now, you're still banned.
But, I'm sorry, I don't know most of
Well,
your
not
names.
you, the Whisperers. But please tell me if you're coming down there,
We've interacted a many
so I can
times.
get my security ready.
I'll have it. Bring it downstairs. Bring it to
My name is
Also, I still paid 10K for that.
Congratulations on your position.
I need that.
It will be returned to
Will
you.
be there.
I'm very excited to see what type of work you do.
No, the parts will be there this week. That is still an agreement that was made.
And it has been taken off. And then we will return his money.
Oh, so
Why?
Robotics
For what
was the one
reason?
that he wanted to invite you to, remember? I wanted to
The
go.
deal has fallen through.
Damn it. I'm so sorry. I really did want to go. I know. I was behind us.
It's fine.
So, they haven't really
As long as I get the money back.
But there's no proper dates going on.
Tonight, if you need.
Oh, how exciting. I would definitely be there, of course. I love everything about products and
Do it.
stuff. It's very nice to meet you. It's very nice to meet you. I didn't know that you were the CEO, creator, thing. It's very nice to meet you.
Oh, God. Are you okay? Pleasure. Oh, goodness.
It would be in your best interest to return to your precinct building as soon as possible.
Amazing performer themselves.
Being removed from your position is repeated.
Let's go talk to other people before I start talking.
I really don't think you want to do that.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right now, I'm the only thing that can keep the ZMF from breathing down your neck. And I'm
And you
more than happy
are
to.
also
Yes.
one of the most threatening things with the connections and people you work with. You
If
said it
threatening to
yourself.
kill me, I would have said anything, and I did. It's not my interest.
It's very nice to meet
My
you.
interest is not to destroy you.
I guess
You don't understand how his father works.
the chief of relations
If you throw something around like that and actively admit that you're working with other districts without informing anyone other than maybe a few of your personal people.
I'm not working with any district. You give me too much credit. The only thing that I have.
Oh, well, then I don't.
Can we talk somewhere else?
I can assure Jazz that's what every big fan wants. They get the photo.
You know what? I'll ask him next time. I'll give
Oh,
him
no.
a text message.
No.
I'm trying to help you. Please give me 2 seconds.
I'm the messenger.
I'm fine.
That is all.
I'm just an office worker. I'd rather have a little more life.
You understand.
I don't think you understand what it takes. And I also don't think that you understand that me being involved in this investigation is also in your best interest. I can keep paper, records, and files away from the ZMF.
Oh, I see. All right.
As I intended to do.
The fact that you said you don't perform.
Because them coming down hard on District Zero is not in my best interest either.
I'll leave it to it.
And they will start with you.
Good luck.
I watched it happen, not even a day ago.
Please don't leave me here. I can't move.
Something we're prepared for.
Where do you want me to put you?
I don't think you are.
I don't know. I guess back with my representative.
Okay.
What their intention is. But if you remove them from that position, there is no buffer. You have no buffer.
You're welcome.
That is good to hear. Congratulations.
I've been a bit hostile.
I'm asking you to think about it.
People are stupid and act correct.
I also can't help him.
I don't have way to contact him.
He doesn't need
I
us.
haven't told you this yet.
With this investigation, he absolutely does.
Cause a scene. I believe I can cause a
We're
scene.
making sure of it.
All of you
that's
do.
for sure.
Imagine the papers.
We should go out for some coffee or tea
files.
sometimes to get to know each other.
I can't
since
sue
we're
the
gonna be
person that
working
you're trying to
together.
go after.
I don't get out much, so it would be.
And I can put it on the
I think
record.
it's the line of what is it? All publicity is good publicity.
And I suggest you get what you can beforehand.
Indeed.
I'm not going to give it over if you're just going to fire me after.
Evening.
Thank you for your time,
Hello
though.
there.
We wanted to meet you, so.
Apologies that we couldn't talk on
Come
our
speak with us.
brighter and friendlier.
All right.
Oh no, honestly, I don't blame you. I would do the same thing if I was smarter.
Indeed.
You should invest in one. I need to invest in one. Can I borrow this?
Do you believe it is wise?
It's not as fun though. Listen, if you can't, if you don't say something spicy at a meeting and then have to deal with the consequences of your action afterwards, what's the point? It's kind of cheap. It ruins.
Depends on the reaction.
Exactly.
Imagine sitting here talking about taxes all day. Ugh.
Can't talk about Nemesis' pipe dream like that. That's not.
For proper introductions of myself, so that way I can at least have a name to go with the face. I'm Ludric, owner of the Bardic Circle. It is a pleasure to meet you all properly.
Toku Oda, leader of the Whisperers.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
I promise I don't bite. I know I look like a canine, but I don't. My teeth are a bit sharp.
I will. I promise you. I will tell you as much as I can after I'm done filming here. Okay.
Little girl.
I don't speak for myself.
I've been muted this whole time.
If you're going to
We are
make
not
public
doing
appearances,
anything, I guess it is.
your voice should be heard. You made the effort to come here. You are a person after all. Your opinion does matter.
I know, but under better circumstances.
Oh, really? Second time.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. The sun.
Pleasure to meet you.
Got it. Thank you.
If I may,
I will definitely try to
Mr.
keep in
Koto,
touch considering.
Forgive me
my
for
line of
speaking
work.
out earlier on during the meeting.
Yes.
But I wanted to make sure that any investigation done between the districts was fair and
We shall see
impartial.
you around. Good luck in the paperwork and the taxes.
Personally, I want to thank you. You've been quite accommodating.
If anything, if they were harmed any further on bringing you into custody, I was going to volunteer to come with you. That way you have somebody at your side to make sure they stay safe.
Could
We
have played
can
tic-tac-toe
technically
together.
arrest him without any sort of
Could.
proof
Listen,
of a
with all these
crime, so-
arms, I'm going to win. That's the problem. I'm going to make this unfair.
Nah. I've got some tricks up my sleeves. Trust me.
Sorry, clearing my throat.
Fine.
Hello. I wish to introduce myself at the very least. Hello. My name is Keon,
What's
and
your
I
chest?
wanted
Piece of paper.
to say hi in a more less professional manner. I'm merely just an office worker for this man. You know.
No offense. These meetings get tense at times.
Indeed,
There's
they
always
do.
two sides of people. You know, the casual and the I'm in the suit and in the room now.
Deal again. Oh, before you switch me up.
There he goes.
Thanks.
Oh.
Thank you. I'd like to ask you a question, Miss Evangeline.
Sure.
How's your sister been? It's been a while.
You have a sister?
I don't.
Oh, yes, twin sister. Oh, no, she does. I met her personally. Lovely lady. I think she works at a black market, was it?
Maybe it's a separated at birth situation.
As far as I have a name,
Oh, what was her name? I have a picture of her. Somewhere. But I can't remember the name. I have foggy brain.
Right.
A lot of names.
Ah.
well,
Well,
I guess both claims like that probably bring it to the next meeting.
It's true.
yeah, I look forward to the. Oh, I was going
There
to
you go.
say
Serious
that I saw
information.
his significant other the other day, and I said hi to her. Wanted to know if she's doing all right, but that's
Oh.
fine.
I'll be sure to let him know.
She's beautiful. Thank you. No, she's beautiful. I tried to get her for the fashion. I wanted her to wear my stuff at the next showcase, but she declined. I want to ask again. I might ask one more time politely. For at
What's
least
her
the winter
race?
stuff.
You know
She
how
is,
Alice is.
Yes, a bunny type. With the ears. Her complexion is clear.
The end of next week. I've already had people down there fix it.
I'm willing to trust you in this one scenario that everything's gonna be slightly better. So prove it to me.
Oh, I know. I want to be there when it happens. The only other people we have to look out for is others.
Good night, you two. Please get home safely. You do.
Take care.
Goodbye.
We're all probably gonna die.
He's not gonna die. You can't die. Not yet.
Memento mori. I'd like
The
to talk
fuck?
to one more
The fuck
person.
does that mean?
Everyone has to die or something like that.
What the why would you say everyone has to die in here?
Ludric just said it. Okay, look, I gotta go. I'm gonna talk to one last person.
I did a good thing before I left last time, and you abandoned me.
Didn't go too bad.
So let me
We
actually do a
kind of
bad
got out
thing,
scot
so I
free.
can properly be
No one got
I
punished.
told you. You told me. Well, not yet.
Can I catch it in 4K?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, there it is.
How's your knees? How's your knees, buddy?
Awful. I stood up and almost fell over.
Oh no.
I caught all of that, and I've never been more impressed with people in my fucking life. Good fucking god, I was on edge.
Oh god, my fucking legs.
Do we wanna? If you want to do seem better off if they just let me kill you.
Man, you threw Chemo IHOP under the bus. I can't believe it.
I would
Should we do
never.
that and summon anybody?
Can you make up your fucking mind,
Like,
by the
do
way?
we want to talk about
Exactly.
the
I mean,
situation?
that kid definitely would have just returned and been like, it's
no.
it's fucked, sir.
What's happening with that? Is she just straight
Sir,
fired?
it's all
or-
fucked. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
But,
Reaper from
she-
Overwatch, a
you'll
priest,
see.
or a pimp? Pick one
Amen.
and stick with it.
Amen. All of the above. They're my different skins.
God damn it, man!
Okay, so you'd be removed from the tower afterwards. Bye. Go away.
Bye bye. All right. Thank God I'm away from these freaks. Alright. Have fun, guys.
Later.
Do you want to do a thing?
Man.
Well, that was amazing to watch.
enough
And now I'm more horrified about
Very
the Zephyrian
much
people.
just expected to get murdered. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where you go now? What happened?
Don't worry about it. Business as usual.
We were watching the streams because we were sitting down here for like fucking half an hour waiting.
Mhm.
All right. It was just like at some point we were like, so did we just complete season 2? Like what happened?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, the fuck? We just started and now we're ending already? You can get the main characters out and the fucking...
The main characters are just here now, just kind of vibing.
Imagine rolling credits on characters that you don't even fucking know. Who the fuck was that guy? It was only like 2
Rolling
episodes.
credits on characters that have shown up twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Look, I'm going to fucking look. It's not going to be any of the players who kill Toku. It's going to be me as a fucking named NPC.
As an NPC.
Yeah, there you go.
If you try and throw me under the bus, I'm going to do my goddamn best to become a fucking menace. Just saying.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
That character will not
Scot-free.
die to dumb shit.
That was fucking... That was fucking everything at once today. Jesus Christ.
Not something you would know off the top of your head.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I was not expecting to live. So there's the escape whisper, this and this chemo, and then there's this.
She will go there.
Chemo's the fucking like named
She will go to that location.
like
Yeah.
specialty group or whatever.
Pretty shortly after you left as well.
Fuck.
So, like, pretty much as soon as I walked out.
I think I'm gonna get my dumb ass out of here.
Oh, you'll be waiting there for a bit because she has to take Aki back.
No, I'm glad I didn't leave when I was given the chance. That shit was awesome.
Lucky for you.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Alright. Goodbye. Goodbye!
What?
I can't tell you how much I was just screaming. Like, I can't emphasize to you, like, how much I enjoyed the fuck out of that whole like, I'm not really one for meetings myself, you know. I'm not really the one to, you know, have the talky conversations or listen to them because, you know, my attention span just dies. But fucking hell, I fucking gripped through that shit. That was amazing. Oh my god. Yeah. Where's my camera? Hold up. There we go. Oh, fuck. But yeah, so that's it. I did want to stream what happened prior to that whole conversation, but I forgot to press the record button. So you would have to probably go to like Kaz's stream or Band-Aid stream or whoever is involved with Gang RP to see if you can find any sort of remnants of that previous encounter. But I guarantee you it was great. So that's it from me tonight. Y'all take care, stay safe, don't do anything stupid, and I'll see you guys next stream. For now, have yourselves a good night. I'm out of here. I'm gonna get some rest. Fucking tired. Bye-bye. Take care. Stay safe. You're welcome, Snowy. Hehehehe.